I may have had us muted this
Oh
whole
my
time.
lord.
I just opened Streamlabs and I realized we were muted. You know
Oh no.
what? We're just gonna make this a long story short. Welcome to tonight's second game in the doubleheader for the Tarleton Texan Esports. We're playing the WSC Wildcats in round 2 of tonight's Overwatch doubleheader. I'm your first commentator, Devin, aka Coalescence Gamer, and I'm joined with.
Kaylin, aka Golden Flame.
And this time we're not muted, so I'm not gonna screw it up. But
Are
we're
you sure we're not muted?
yes, I'm sure. Currently in ban phase of maps for the round 1, and I will say the teams have elected to use their cosmetic skins in game, so we will see some pretty little characters running around shooting each other. But with that being said, this team just came out of a little tight game earlier from a Concordia, Nebraska team where it got very close in the third round. Teams are still banning maps for first round, and with that, teams are selecting currently, but I will say the last team we faced roughly an hour or so ago was pretty tough in the latter half of the game, but there's not a lot to talk about while we're waiting for this to start. So with that, we'll just see where the game goes. The teams have decided their maps for round 1 control point. We are going to. Looks like the teams are choosing to play the map Ilios at daytime. Teams are doing final preparations right now, and with that, I believe there's nothing else to go off of, so.
Tarleton loves going Ilios first round. This is twice in a row.
That has been a popular pick from this team.
I'm
But,
guessing we're gonna see some Roadhog and Lucio gameplay.
oh, without a doubt. Teams are readied up, and we are good to go. And it looks like we're back on well for the first point of the game. This is a critical pick for Roadhog and Lucio and Farah, the 3 characters that can mostly knock people into this giant hole in the middle for easy picks and to hold. With a few, I can think of only 2 other tank picks necessarily, being Junker Queen and Sigma, and maybe Ilari on support, but there's not a lot to go off of. And looks like we are ready to go. Big Me.
No Lucio this round.
Looks like Satchel Soka and Big Me Mans had the same idea to go with the strong characters to knock him into the well. Vowel playing Genji. That's a dangerous move considering this point. He could easily just fly into the hole by accident. But it looks like Fried Rice on the Lifeweaver, who is playing to pull people out. And Damper's Penny goes to Lucio. I knew this was coming.
Big switch at the end there. He was trolling us.
I knew this one was coming.
3 strong boop characters. The other team is also running a Roadhog as well as the Lucio.
Looks like Satchel Soak is already taken to the high ground, and Vowel is attempting to lead the push. Let's get this game underway, ladies and gentlemen. Big Me Man's leading the push, taking the damage for the team. Satchel Soka getting a pick on Bongo was here, and it looks like he knocked Omega into the pit. This team fight's
play there.
Looks like the Wildcats are gonna have a rough team fight. Satchel Soka getting the repulsor on T-Dog. 4-piece off the bat. Satchel Soka is popping off right here.
This would be a good game for him.
Considering the last game was a little bit rough for him playing the Farah. I could see him.
Uh-oh. The other team has switched to Soldier to counter him.
And they swap to D.Va, probably to rocket their way out of the hole in case they get knocked.
Definitely.
You know it'd be funny if Satchel Soka and Big Me Mans hit the double into the hole on that D.Va.
That'd be crazy.
And Whispers, did they fall into the hole? I genuinely couldn't see.
I think I heard a scream from the hole.
It looks like Justice raining from above, but no picks, mostly damage. Fried Rice got picked off, and Satchel Soka had a bad repulsor to get out of there. Big Me Man's picking up the slack, knocking D.Va out of the tank, and one-hit comboing them. Vowel going Dragon Blade to pop Whispers just to get nanoed at the end.
Damage Penny with a double kill on both supports.
Damage Penny usually holds the back angle on Ilios, which it's an interesting angle to hold, especially on Ana, because there's the corner up there where your team could get stuck and you can't do any healing. But I guess that's why Fried Rice is playing Lifeweaver, so he's a bit more mobile to pick up that slack.
His life grip could be very good too for pulling someone out of that hole if they get shot down in there.
It looks like the Wildcats are holding on to 3 of their ultimates right now, and considering self-destruct is one of the most dangerous ones.
Kitsune Rush is on the table there.
Satchel Soka gets picked off by Whispers. That's interesting to see a Tracer knock out a Pharah. Both supports for this Tarleton team are fighting hard to keep Big Me Mans alive. Vowel and Satchel Soka are trying to play distance and knock him off. Fried Rice getting stuck by a pulse bomb and barely escaping. Oh no! T-Dog.
Right out there from Big Meme Mans.
I don't know if you caught that, but T-Dog was trying to use sound barrier, but fell into the hole by accident.
Oh no, you hate to see it. Great first round for
and
Tarleton.
wait, Fried Rice! He also fell in the hole. I'm sorry, this is just funny. A support from both sides fell into the hole. Well, you know what they say. It gives, the map gives and the map will take. Looks like Tarleton is changing up this team comp, but they could be in for a bit of danger from the Wildcats. Wildcats swapping it up with a change in the DPS and support. Looks like they're going to counter Pharah, and I'm a little concerned with that Symmetra pick.
Oh, he's off to Genji.
Well, Tarleton's about to find out what's going on, so...
Genji versus Genji. Definitely be an interesting round here.
Well, it looks like Val hasn't found the other Genji yet, so we're in the clear.
Fried Rice going down, and Dampish Penny as well. Both of Tarleton's supports are down to Whispers.
Looks like Whispers knows how to play Genji. This could be dangerous. Satchel Soka is playing from a distance, and it looks like he's found the other Pharah. They're having a little air fight. Big Me Man is holding.
D.Va is definitely rushing Satchel Soka there. Luckily, he can just fly up out of her range. Whispers going down to a combination of Dampish, Satchel Soka, and Fried Rice.
Looks like Fried Rice swapped to Zenyatta. He might be able to. Fried Rice might pull a play of the game out of somewhere. He has a tendency to do that on this point. Fried Rice knocking Omega out of the mech, getting knocked to Omega, but Dampish Penny cleaning up the slack. And look. Oof, T-Dog was holding that point aggressively, and Vowel couldn't see it in time.
Satchel Soka on 1 HP right now.
But you know what? He still lives. I said that too soon.
You spoke too soon. Not quite enough healing in time there.
I'm looking at chat, and I see a Dampish Penny. I know that guy.
We do know that guy.
Somebody in all caps. Satchel Soka holding his iconic high ground on Ilios as Soldier.
Doing really big damage
Knocking
there.
out Illiterate. I'm going to assume that name is intentional. And it looks like Vowel is almost ready to unleash Dragon Blade right here.
Will they do Nano Blade? That is the question for the ages. Whispers and Kiri diving Satchel Soka.
Interesting. Right as Vowel pops Blade. But it looks like Big Meemans is playing for the nanoed Whole Hog.
Satchel Soka gets a double kill there. Going in around the side. Whispers using Blade there to take out Satchel Soka.
Vowel swapping to the Tracer is an interesting pick.
Big Meemans with a double punch there.
Looks like Bongo here using Coalescence. Pairing with Literate as... Okay, we've got a triple stack on ults here. Omega almost got knocked off. You see, that's exactly why they picked D.Va, in case... Because they expected Big Meemans to at least get a hook.
Vowel doing big damage on Tracer.
And it looks like this team isn't going to make it back. And that is Tarleton 1. Right as Satchel Soka popping a tactical visor. I guess he wants his insurance policy on that team. Let's see who player the game goes to. Vowel as Genji. Okay.
Where are Vowel fans at?
T-Dog falling into the point. I hope you saw it right there at the beginning, but literally the intro of play was just, if T-Dog got that beat off in time before falling into the hole, or even worse, Vowel, I guarantee you that could have been a whole different team fight for the Wildcats.
Absolutely.
I would say some of the key takeaways were they definitely knew how to counter a Roadhog, but they could have gone better because the hook, those, like you saw right there at the end, Big Meemans had Omega on a hook, but they immediately rocket back up as D.Va, and if they had a Life Weaver, that could have been double protection, at least against most of the team getting hooked. And you would have probably seen some different team fights. I'm concerned, honestly. Like they went with a counter pick on that one, but it's nothing too much really that this team hasn't seen before. Do you have any notes on this one so far?
Definitely a very strong showing from Tarleton State. I'm glad Satchel Soka finally got to play a little bit of his Pharah successfully.
Oh yes. In case, for those of you just tuning in, earlier in tonight's doubleheader, there was, well, let's just say they don't like Pharahs in this game, and it's good to see him actually play a character pretty good. We are currently between ban phase of round 2 for Escort, but while we're still waiting, this team on Escort has been known to either hold at the entire point or take it the whole mile to the end. In the most recent game, again, earlier tonight as example, in Escort, they almost, the team they were playing, Nebraska Concordia, they almost had the second point on lock. But the problem that this Tarleton team had was once they finally weren't so staggered and a little off, because they were having an off day, it seemed. They held that second point with their life, and then on their attack, it was a rough start, but once they got past that first choke point, it was a straightforward path. Like, this team has very good capabilities. It's just they need practical application, and for playing a little bit earlier than normally they do on these days, it's kind of offsetting. We saw that with mostly between the performance of Satchel Soka and Dampish Penny earlier. Like, they had some moments, I'll admit it, but it's not that bad. They still came back in the end, and one of my keynotes is whatever map they pick, I would assure them that this team will know it, how to hold, and I can guarantee you it's definitely going to be interesting watching the defense round. Teams have selected the map. We will be playing Circuit Royale at daytime, and the teams are doing final preparations and deciding who will attack and defend. But I guarantee you, this team, trust me, Your Honor, my source of why I have faith in this team is trust me. Both teams are readied up, and we will be loading into the match here. Any second now. There we go.
I will say, Tarleton is seeming a lot more confident this game. They're coming out a lot stronger, so I'm hoping that we see a really good performance from them.
Oh yeah, the rollout's going to be definitely strong. And we're on Circuit Royale, and it looks like the Tarleton Texans are going to be defending this point first. So while we're getting ready, this corner, or this little roundabout corner right here, is probably the hardest point to get past. That is where most teams get stuck. At least for the good first part of the round. But once you get past it, there's not a lot you can do. Looks like our teams are ready. Big Meme Man sticking the Sigma. Big Meme Man.
That's Ahsoka on
Ash. And Fried Rice, Damper's Penny holding their same loadouts. Vowel is playing Sniper? Interesting. Widowmaker is definitely an interesting point to make here because of the long range. So I can see why Widow Ash is a good combo. Big Meme Man has played Sigma on most of these escort maps pretty good, especially Circuit Royale from the past few games. Sure, they've had a couple rough spots, but this team definitely has the capability.
They're definitely running a very range comp, it seems like. Whispers is on a Widowmaker as well. It looks like him and Vowel really like to pick the same characters.
And it looks like we're starting this one strong. Vowel immediately picking off Whispers. Satchel Soka holding his corner aggressively, keeping his aim down sights. He is really looking for it. And it looks like Whispers is back around the corner as Widow, but Satchel Soka will not let up. It looks like Omega and Big Meat Mans are having a nice one-on-one Sigma fight, and he's the only one holding the point for his team.
Sneaking up top there, taking out Vowel.
Oh, well, Omega used his barricade to protect Whispers from getting hit with that, so I could imagine it was a strong and powerful choice. And it looks like Big Meat Mans is out. Satchel Soka is having to retreat for his life here.
Whispers taking out Dampish as well. Some crazy snipes there from him.
Oof. Oh, Whispers with the infrasight. No one on Tarleton can hide. This is definitely an interesting take on the map. The first checkpoint falls to the Wildcats. Illiterates. Okay, they're playing double precision. This is interesting. I wonder why Illiterate's playing the Hanzo on this one. Satchel Soka is still having the one-on-one, or not Satchel, but Big Meat Man's doing the one-on-one with Sigma. Oh god. Yeah, DPS.
Val has switched back over to Genji there.
It looks like he's moving to keep him down. Oh! Bongo popping a window and immediately getting hit. Satchel Soka is providing a bob.
Val pushing forward and taking out Illiterate there.
Fried Rice holding Transcendent so he can keep his team alive, but immediately
what a
Val.
Snipe from Whispers there.
Whisper.
Double snipe as well. Taking Val out of mid-air.
That's gotta hurt. Oh!
Hard to hit a Genji. Taking out Satchel Ahsoka as well with this
Whispers
snipe.
is hitting a lot of headshots. I'm gonna fairly hold a few questions myself.
Tarleton may lose the second point here.
Oh, with Illiterate popping Dragon Strike and Big Meat Man swapping to Winston. Satchel Soka going to 76.
The second point goes to WSC.
The Wildcats are holding it, but Big Meat Man's is he is holding a grudge personally against Whispers, but the whole team focuses him. Big Meat Man's tanking the Discord orb. This
Whispers taking out Dampish.
Something's This might prove a challenge.
They are coming around the flush. Whispers taking out Satchel Soka as well. Oh, Widow gameplay is incredible.
This is that Widow's hit nothing but headshots. This is a little crazy here. Big Meat Man's is holding the high ground in a corner.
Jumping down into the middle of them.
Vowel popping his Dragon Blade to try and take out Whispers.
Whispers sneaking up onto the high ground that Big Meat Man's left. Fried Rice taking out Whispers with some well-placed orbs there.
Somebody finally did something about Whispers. It looks like Omega was trying to kinetic grasp the Tesla cannon. But it looks like Fried Rice popping Transcendence to save Big Meat Man's, who takes out Omega. Tarleton's gonna have to do a strong hold here.
Whispers coming back and immediately taking out Satchel Soka and Illiterate getting Fried Rice there.
I will say, this Tarleton team is a little scattered right now. I can only imagine how communication's going between them.
Val taking out Whispers there.
Vowel has swapped back to Widow. He is really out for blood.
They've got to keep Whispers neutralized or they don't stand a chance here.
Oh, I have just opened chat and I see a wall of Vowel supporters as Illiterate came out of nowhere. Oh lord, Big Meat Man's got hit pretty hard.
Couple of very big ults there from the Wildcats.
Looks
Whispers taking out Satchel Soka again on that high ground. They're coming in for that last push here.
Big Meat Man's with a nano primal rage. I lost my footing for a second. He really wants to hold this point, but gets annihilated by T-Dog.
Whispers taking, well, looks like the Zen gets fried with the assistance of Whispers. She was really focusing him.
And the Wildcats push the point all the way through.
This is not looking good for Tarleton State.
They're going to have to push it in a faster time frame than initially. I will say, there were some dangerous moments here with Whispers holding that high ground. I can only imagine he's going to continue to play Widowmaker into this round, considering all the angles Widow can hit you from.
Absolutely. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. And I am sure Whispers will do that same.
I will say, this has been an interesting play. It seems like after that first point fell for Tarleton, it was a domino effect. I can only imagine they are going to play their hearts out right here.
Val is staying on the Widow, more than likely to counter Whispers, who is also playing the Widow. Satchel Soka has switched over to Sojourn.
Looks like Fried Rice. Okay. Fried Rice was a little indecisive on who to play real quick.
Definitely was having a big discussion with the team there, it seemed like.
They're probably thinking of a better way to play this, considering they have two precision characters that comboed can kill you in one shot. And combined with a potential amplification matrix and transcendence, that is a deadly combo of just two ultimates and two DPS just in general.
The Wildcats are running the same comp, it looks like. Like I said, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, and they are holding by that.
Tarleton's still holding the same tank, and it looks like they're still holding the Zenyatta at least.
Taking down Omega, that is a good pick there on the other team's tank.
Vowels and Satchel Soka cleaning up shop. Whispers has swapped to Sojourn. Oh, they're switching up this team comp.
Illiterate going over to May.
And Bongo's here swapping back to Moira. This whole team is swapping. Looks like they're going for a total recall.
Carlton absolutely annihilating on that first team fight.
Looks like they're... Oh! Vowel taking Illiterate immediately. Big Meat Man's is a little ahead of himself. But Satchel Soka cleans up that other tank for him. Dampish Penny, little hurt, but leading the fray. I just witnessed... Oh, Vowel almost had an impressive two-piece.
Carlton gets that first point in very good time there. Let's see if they can hold on to that energy for the second one. Once you get rolling on this map, it's hard to be stopped.
In for sight in play from Vowel. They know where that other team is, and he knows what to expect. Looks like they're popping the shield on Omega's Zarya. Ooh, Satchel Soka and Vowel taking out Whispers. Satchel Soka has overclocked. This could be dangerous.
When will he choose to use it, though, is the question.
He could combo with Fried Rice's sound barrier. Big Meat Man's is just playing a strong Sigma. They're not even going to push the corner.
They're definitely putting a lot of space between them and the payload, trying to get a lot of space ahead.
Satchel Soka popping overclock.
Getting walled off there, but still getting some good picks.
And it looks like they team kill. First team kill from Tarleton of the night. Into the
Only
second.
losing Dampish Penny.
Dampish Penny will float his way back. And if I'm correct, yeah, he got advanced spawn. Satchel Soka will be leading
up quite far.
Satchel Soka is a little overextending, leading the push. Vowel is right next to him, going for a kill. He almost took out Omega immediately. Looks like the Wildcats are pushing the high ground.
Carlton is definitely trying to claim a lot of space.
Well, the more space you can claim, the more you can have someone hold back and gain. Holy smokes, Omega getting drained here by Satchel. Vowel holding an angle, trying to get a good pick. Big Meat Man's is holding the corner, and it looks like the Wildcats have lost their height advantage for the most part. I have barely seen Illiterate's May, and it may be due to the fact that this Tarleton team has been good at wiping him. Big Meme. Oh, looks like they're burying themselves in ultimates.
Vowel popping in the infra site there.
And Big Meat Man's popping Gravitic Flux.
Vowel with a double kill on both the other team's supports.
Big Meat Man's got knocked out of... Oh no! Looks like the combo's back.
Vowel taking out that May there. Saving most of his team from that blizzard.
Looks like Tarleton team kills into the point with an extra minute and 49 seconds to spare. This could be close.
It's certainly been an interesting game.
This is an.
They really need to hold here.
It's now a race of who can get there the fastest, and it looks like the Wildcats get the first and final push. For those of you who are unaware, when you go into a third round of Escort, you don't get time boosts from hitting checkpoints. It's a straight run to the finish. You C9 for anything, and you're most likely already in overtime and gone. Let's get ready to see how this goes. Tarleton's got to defend once again, and they're holding that team comp. Looks like the Wildcats are pushing back to what they originally led with. But this could be dangerous because Tarleton is still running that same team comp as the last round, and it initially wiped this other team. I'm most likely scared Whispers and Illiterate back on Widow Hanzo could be a dangerous combo and still knock out Tarleton.
This comp definitely worked for them the first round. Let's see if Tarleton fares any better this time around.
Hopefully they've got some good foresight ahead of them.
Satchel Soka has been really doing great on that Sojourn.
Oh, he's immediately hitting from far. Vowel's going for a snipe. Looks like that other Widow's trying to do the same, but Vowel is predicting.
Last time Whisper won the battle from that angle. Let's see who will win it this time.
Oh, Whisper's got Dampish Penny in the crossfire. Big Meme Man's having to use everything to stay alive. Vowel taking Whispers and Bongo.
Great picks there from Vowel.
He is aggressively. It looks like Satchel Soka will go to finish off T-Dog. And the rest of the team is fighting, and Omega gets punched by Lucio.
Great hold there from Tarleton State.
There's 1 minute left before it becomes Tarleton's turn once again. Looks like they're still holding the same team comp. I'm wondering why.
Whispers is going for some cheeky angles, again going up for that high ground.
Let's see what Vowel's got.
Vowel to stop him.
Oh, Vowel got...
Unfortunately, Whispers wins that one.
Vowel got head peeked by a pixel. There was nothing to be done about that. Looks like Satchel Soka's trying to build up some railgun charge to maybe counter that Widow. But Illiterate getting a pick on him. Fried Rice immediately coming back to avenge him against Omega. But T-Dog...
Tarleton is getting pushed back here.
Vowel is back in the fight. Picks off T-Dog.
Illiterate is holding point. All they need to do is get him off. We are officially in overtime here for WSC.
Wildcats need a push. And it looks like Illiterate's holding that charge. Omega playing the Diva again. I lost connection for a whole 5 seconds.
Big Meme Man's got taken out by the Hanzo ult there, and it looks like the Wildcats are taking that first point.
But like I mentioned earlier, when you're in a third round, you don't get time.
We are still in overtime. Tarleton has to get all of them off the point.
Tarleton's not going to give up that easy.
By Omega. This could be really hard for Tarleton to stop.
Immortality field from Bongo. Big Meme Man's really just wanting to get rid of T-Dog right here. They C9'd! Oh no, wait. Big Meme Man's tactically used his ult to knock them off the point, and they couldn't come back in time.
That's incredible. I did not know his ult moved them off the point that far.
So, okay. Here's a little bit of game dev Q&A because it is kind of a thing I major with. There is a certain hitbox, and Lucio can actually jump over it. Roughly from about this angle, from where I'm holding, which is not far above, like, this rail, is where Lucio's hitbox will get off the point. So Gravitic Flux threw him higher and immediately started the timer. Looks like these Wildcats are going to try and hold a different form. Tarleton has an extra minute 49 to get further than the second checkpoint at 28 meters. Oh, it looks like the Wildcats are trying what they did last time on defense. And
with the exception of a Reaper.
Looks like Tarleton's keeping their same routine as well, with a minor exception of Vowel still playing that Widow. Ladies and...
Hello there. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Big Meme Man's leading the push. The whole team is waiting around the corner, it seems.
They're grouped up in that little room. It does not seem... They are sneaking around behind! What a surprise attack there.
Interesting play where they picked off both the supports immediately. Holy...
It certainly seemed to work because Big Meme Man's is having to retreat backwards.
I did not see that one coming, ladies and gentlemen.
Incredible play from the Wildcats there. Very tactical.
I can only imagine the surprise in the Tarleton communications. Vowel getting, headshot by a May Icicle.
Whispers is still sniping on that Meg.
Satchel Soka was feeding the kinetic grasp. Vowel going Torbjorn, ready for action. Satchel Soka picking off Whispers and the Immortality Field. Big Mans is leading the push. Knocks out Omega. Dampish takes Bongo. They've lost this window. That is a waste of an ult.
You hate to see it. But in this case, we love it. Big Man's getting gravitational pull again there.
Yep.
See if he can have another really good tactical use of it.
I would imagine I would imagine Omega would attempt to use the same, to use grab flux and knock off point. Ooh, Satchel Soka popping Litter, who's going for a flux. Big Man's coming at it. Taking out Omega with the help of Fried Rice. Dampish Penny
a really good
going for a
ult there.
two-piece. It's only
Forcing out
T-Dog.
Lucio's beat, but unfortunately T-Dog gets taken out.
Looks like T-Dog got the boot.
It looks like the Tarleton is pushing up quite far, trying to just go ahead and stall them. The Wildcats don't hurry up, Tarleton's gonna reach the point.
I would have saved grab flux here to keep them off the point.
Diva is jumping down, trying to stall it.
Transcendence from Dampish Penny and a beat from Fry Rice. Satchel Soka going into overclock, knocking out Omega.
May popping that blizzard though, freezing them.
Satchel
They just
Soka.
need to stay on the point here. They are all gotten behind. And the Moira Fade doesn't quite reach in time.
So another fun fact, Moira's Fade actually doesn't count for holding the payload. Play of the game will go to Dampish Penny as Zenyatta with the boot. Let's see how this one played out. Amazing pick on... Oh, this was his epic play with Fried Rice. Keeping the point with a nice three-piece. Interesting play.
The support's definitely supporting their tank and their DPS there on that big push.
I will say the supports are a deadly element of this Tarleton team, and they have been able to cause havoc every time. It is definitely an interesting look about it, but some key takeaways from that game. The first round was really rough for Tarleton on the defense, mostly because they couldn't handle the pressure of the two precision heroes. Like every other respawn, it would be Whispers or Illiterate just headshot after headshot, wiping out the supports and then usually targeting the DPS, starting with Vowel, who played Widow, and it was an honest loss of team fights due to some unfortunate placements. As we saw in the third round on Tarleton's defense, they had some unfortunate picks, like Whispers had barely clipped Vowel by a pixel, which, as far as game dev goes, it's there's nothing you can do about it. It was just unfortunate placements. Kaylin, what are some of your takeaways from this round?
I think Tarleton definitely can take away some good knowledge on this from that last game on what they need to work on in the future. They were definitely having a hard time handling that Widow Hanzo combo.
I will guarantee you in their next practice session they will go over this particular round and see what could have been done better.
Absolutely.
I have no doubt that they will find out what the problem was with their pressure. And it looks like Tarleton is taking their 5-minute break. So we have a quick 5 minutes between us and the next round. I'm honestly surprised they went Diva into Sigma. Omega choosing to go Diva last round into Big Man's Sigma. Interesting choice because Diva's cannons are easy feeds for Sigma's Kinetic Grasp, which that is a lot of shield energy they can take.
I definitely think they were prioritizing speed over tactical in that
Oh,
specific moment there.
yeah, it would have held point, but as much as I hate to say it, there's a lot that goes into planning these counter moves, and as much as time would have gone, Sigma or a different tank that doesn't feed his kinetic grasp with a combination of an amplified Lucio speed buff on support, that's a pretty fair speed movement. And say your other support continues to go Moira, they can still get a lot of speed out of it, and that can at least get at least a majority of the team into the fight in one push. Because there's definitely some abilities that the most of the cast could have that would boost a better tank to that fight, but I guess it was more or less a tactical decision to use anything they could to stay on the point to stall.
It looks like Whispers and Omega have swapped their positions.
Okay, so we've called for the first roster change. Interesting.
Alfred plays a devastating Widow, but it will definitely be very interesting to see how he handles tank.
I could see playing a tank with some element of precision, but I'm not really sure what to think of it. Because if he can hit precisions, the rest of it is practically just like it can slowly follow in suit. Or at least from my experience and from between just personal interviews with like different players over the course of this season outside of the games.
I'll be interested to see what tank he's going to play.
Tarleton has already returned from their break, so it looks like the teams are doing their final preparations. We are heading into round 3 Flashpoint, and it looks like we're playing on Suravasa. We are heading into the game, so now let's get this on the go.
Initiating match.
You know, I don't particularly enjoy Flashpoint myself, but this has got to be one of my favorite maps.
Oh, without a doubt. I will say, if it might come down to another best of 5.
We will find out as the game goes on, but I definitely think it is possible that it could be a very close match here.
I will say, if it could be, it will at least be an intense first fight for the market Flashpoint, and it looks like our teams are ready. Big Me Man's playing Ramatra on the tank, and Whisper's playing the JQ.
Indeed.
This will definitely be an interesting showdown.
It looks like Omega's playing the Sojourn. This could be a devastating combo. Val is swapping back to Genji for this one, otherwise Tarleton will keep the same composition.
Lucio and Zen is not a lot of heals for Tarleton here.
But to be fair, compared with the new passives of healing and just as keeping the other team out of the fight, it's really all that matters. Big Me Man gets walled off from his team and picked off by T-Dog. And it looks like Satchel Soka gets dragged in by Whispers using the knife. You know, I'm not really sure what that ability is. I just know it's a magnetic knife.
The yoink knife. That's what I call it.
Vowel fried rice and Dampish Penny retreating and up.
Looks like the other team has called for a pause.
Wildcats have caused. Looks like we're having connection issues. Is it? It could be. Oh, it looks like it's a communications error. I am getting a connection issue though. Oh boy. I'm going to at least warn them that we might lose connection for a second.
Looks like the other team is about ready to resume the game.
Meanwhile, I've issued at least my warning that my connection's a bit iffy, but as long as the team keeps going, a little bit of lost footage never hurt anyone.
Luckily, it was mostly during the pause anyway.
Yeah,
Having issues.
looks like this Tarleton team's coming back for another strong fight.
Val is definitely looking for some cheeky picks here.
The Vowel fans in the chat are going insane. Shout out to all of Vowel's supporters. He's got an army.
Great support system. I love the support that everyone's getting.
Looks like Satchel Soaker got picked off, but again by the magnetic knife, but this time just impact. Ooh! T-Dog getting the pick on Big Meat Man's, and Vowel at least knocking Omega.
He goes
Oh.
in trying to take out Whispers, but couldn't quite get her.
And it looks like the first flashpoint goes to the Wildcats. Crazy.
Carlton will not be happy about that.
Oh, I can.
Each team is sitting on almost all of their ults.
This is an insane set of moves right here. And it looks like Whispers
Okay.
is unleashing a
Oh, wow.
rampage, but nobody got hit by it.
This Mei is very good at walling.
And has hit a blizzard. Big Meat Man gets hit by a blizzard, but it doesn't hurt.
Dragon Blade and Beat go out as well.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Dragon
we've
Blade
got an
getting
intense
neutralized
team fight
there.
ahead of us. Vowel is on a rampage, assisted by his Dampish Penny. Vowel is out for blood.
He is pushing up further ahead, trying to keep them off that point.
They're definitely fighting with all their lives right now.
He's definitely trying to stall them as long as he can to get more charge on the point for them.
Big Meat Man and Satchel Soaker are still sitting on their ultimates. I could see a problem at least with Overclock. It looks like Whispers got separated. Omega popping Overclock, knocking out Dampish Penny.
Double kill from T-Dog.
Illiterate knocking out Big Meat Man's. The rest of this
That's
Tarleton,
like a running back.
I think he just gave up right there. Vowel making the swap to his iconic Reaper. This could be dangerous.
Fried Rice going Zen and Dampish going Baptiste.
Looks like this Tarleton team is ready for a fight, and they mean business.
Val is sneaking around behind, trying to get a cheeky pick here, it
Big
looks
Meat
like.
Man's is going for a flank. Fried Rice popping off and taking illiterate.
Helping Val out there with illiterate.
Satchoka holding an angle.
Val taking out T-Dog. He is really going for the supports. He also takes out Omega there. Triple
Vowel.
kill from Vowel.
I think Vowel just took play of the game.
We can only hope.
Oh my. Looks like
But that was an incredible triple kill without even pressing Q for
Well,
ultimate.
both these teams have at least one team fight left in them to take control of this point.
It'll definitely be decided by this next fight here.
Satchel Soka still sitting on overclock. This could mean business for this Tarleton team.
And Val is quickly approaching.
Whispers
his ult
unleashing
as
a
well.
rampage. Satchel Soka's coming back.
Val taking out Bongo.
And it looks,
And Whispers
it
there.
looks like a team kill for Tarleton to take control of point 2.
Great teamwork there, just as Val gets Death Blossom.
Ooh.
We could see a very big play from him here.
Vowel is just a menace to society tonight.
He is definitely popping off this game.
Looks like
Campus
Satchel
Penny
Soka.
is quickly approaching Wall as well.
Satchel Soka has also noticed that where the enemy is flanking from. Vowel's taking charge here. Oh!
Unleashing Death Blossom.
Unfortunately,
Unfortunately, not getting the pick.
oh, but don't worry. They came
His
back
team
for
backed
it.
him up. His team definitely backed him up there.
Sometimes it's all about the team fight rather than just one person.
His ult definitely pushed them over into the rest of the team.
They're sitting on...
They're die or die.
The Wildcats are sitting on 2 support ultimates. Bongo's here unleashing Coalescence.
Dampish Penny unleashes Wall here.
But unfortunately, it's a wasted. Fried Rice going for the Transcendence to keep his team alive, buy some time. Illiterate popping a Blizzard. Unfortunately, it's not stopping Vowel.
Getting a triple
Vowel
kill there, it looks
Vowel
like.
almost had 4 of the 5 in the team kill. He is insane.
Val is having a lot of great plays on Flashpoint tonight. This is definitely his map with Reaper.
Vowel has been known on Cervasa Flashpoint to go insane as Reaper. And it looks like Annihilation Overclock, they are ensuring this team isn't coming back for this point.
Val taking out both supports. He knows his job and he does it well. Immediately just sneaking around behind him and picking off their supports. But will the Wildcats figure out how to counter him?
The Vowel army is still going insane in chat. It's honestly funny seeing how many people come just to support it. It looks like T-Dog's leading the push with a sound barrier. Vowel immediately coming out with a Blossom, but unfortunately
only getting the Immortality field.
And losing himself to the fight. Big Meme Man's knocking out Satchel. It looks like Whispers wants to go counter. There's only room for one Ramatra in this round. Fried Rice and Vowel on the 76. This could be dangerous. Double hit scans, especially from these two.
Huge damage.
Looks like they're starting the fight strong, going in with a Sojourn Grenade. Building off free charge for the railgun, Satchel Soka annihilates that shield.
Wall going out.
And Dampish Penny knocking out Omega from their own ability. Vowel using barely a pixel of that window, it seems. And it looks like this team just can't be stopped. I'm amazed at what this team has done.
They are definitely working together seamlessly on Flashpoint.
This Tarleton team seems to be in a better position than they were roughly a couple hours ago, without doubt.
Unfortunately, though, they really need to win this Flashpoint. They have to win every team fight.
It could be anything. Fried Rice holding on Transcendence, and Big Meme Man's holding on to Annihilation.
Val quickly approaching Visor.
Oh no! Fried Rice popping Transcendence to keep the team alive and counter Annihilation. It's Annihilation versus Annihilation.
There. Val popping Visor as well. So many ults on the table. Val gets the double kill there, but unfortunately gets taken out, and it looks like the Wildcats ultimately win the fight. Very unfortunate there.
It looks like this Tarleton team is just going to let them take the point. It is down to the final flashpoint of the night.
We've had some very close Flashpoint rounds this evening. It'll be so interesting to see how this one goes.
This flashpoint could determine the round. Both teams need to fight with everything they've got to hold on to it. Satchel Soka could start the fight immediately with an overclock. It looks like Omega has swapped from Sojourn to 76 for a tactical visor.
Val has gone back to his Reaper.
Looks like Vowel wants.
He knows it's important to get those supports out of the game.
Omega going in with a
Visor
tactical
getting
visor.
popped.
The whole team starting the fight with it. Oh no.
Everyone getting picked, it looks like. Big Meme Man's holding the point. Unfortunately, falls there.
Satchel
leaving
Soka having
Satchel
the hold
Soka.
on his own.
Unfortunately, he is taken out there.
Looks like Val's about to lead this fight on his own.
Going to be crucial that he sneaks around and picks off these supports.
Oh, looks like they know he's
coming.
coming.
They are aware
They
that
know
he
he's
is there.
coming. This could give the rest of the team the advantage. Looks like they've ignored Val's presence.
Divided attention is definitely good for Val here. Fortunately, he is not able to get anyone there.
Satchel Soka immediately just running into an overclock. Omega
Like
falls.
they're focusing the Ramatra there.
T-Dog going in for Transcendence. Vowel fading away to save his life. Dampish Penny. Dampish Penny and Satchel Soka going on a little spree right there. Tarleton needs to stay alive and not lose this next team fight. Otherwise, this could be the round. Fried Rice is the only one with an ultimate, shortly followed by Vowel. Transcendence and Death Blossom could be a deadly combo. Vowel is charged up.
Big Memens is about to have his ult as well. Seems like Vowel hears the other team coming around behind him.
Satchel Soka is holding that angle.
Val is still holding on his balcony. He is waiting.
Oh, he runs in!
Death
Popping
Blossom with a
Blossom!
beautiful double kill there.
Could this be Vowel taking out 3?
Triple there.
4! Vowel just took 4 kills on the whole team.
Great tactical use of Death Blossom.
And it looks like that is the game. Tarleton once again in a Flashpoint best of 5.
They are keeping us on the edge of our seats tonight, folks.
It looks like that's the game. Play of the game goes to Satchel Soka as Sojourn.
He was definitely popping off this round.
This was definitely a good play right here. Mostly the play of the game was his